Hello everybody and welcome to part 4 of our Let's Play Wrath of the Righteous Pathfinder, where we are playing as Othanar. Without wasting more time, let's continue with upgrading Sila. Okay, so she becomes a second level paladin, which actually increases her damage, some fortitude and will saving throws. And here she can already heal other people, I think, and heal herself as well. And also she is gaining bonus to her saving throws equals to half her charisma, I think, or no, it's actually the whole charisma. Okay, so that's basically what she gets. And for skills, she gains 1 in mobility, it doesn't really matter I think for her, 1 in knowledge and 1 in persuasion, which I think is going to be the most used skill for her. Because she is going to be a tank of our team, I think. Let's see, so let's right now collect some loot around the village here and maybe explore a little bit if there is something. I know that our characters are fatigued and this is not very smart to explore or to fight with fatigued characters, but I don't think that there are any more fights here, or at least around here, that we can do.
Let's see what we can do.
Let's see. Oh, Horgus Gorm. Horgus Gorm. Finally, someone from the surface. I was beginning to lose hope. An elderly man, inexpensive but ostentatious clothes, approaches you. His face is peppered with several healed cuts and bruises and twisted in an expression of extreme discontent. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Horgus Gorm. Yes, that Gorm. You no doubt have heard of me if you have spent any time at all in the city. I have a business proposition for you. Your name tells me nothing. Who are you? You truly are freshly arrived in the city then. You couldn't have picked a worse time, that's for certain. Only just arrived and the city's being razed to rubble. You should know that you're looking at one of the richest and most distinguished men in Canabras. I may not be as well known as certain swaggering wildmouths who spend their lives traipsing from one boat to the next, but the Worm Trading Company is one of the pillars of the city. I will have you know. Did you see the marquees in the square? I paid for those. Tried any festival delicacies? You have Horgus Gorm to thank for that. How did you end up here? For a moment, Horgus' eyes focus on Camellia before his gaze returns to you. Like everyone else, down I went when that accursed beetle cleaved the ground in twain beneath our feet. I'm lucky I didn't break my neck in the fall. I'm doubly lucky that I didn't encounter any subterranean cockroaches on my blind wanderings, and instead came across hunters from this settlement. Although I must say that when I first glimpsed their physiognomies, my life flashed before my very eyes. But they turned out to be decent chaps. Frightening to look at, but able to keep a bargain. You don't speak very kindly of the mongrels, even though they've saved your life. Pah, kind words are for people with hours to fritter away and on pleasantries. Horgus Gorm speaks his mind, and he pays for services rendered not with kind words but with hard coin. I gave the mongrels my dagger in exchange for their help. Its handle is worth more than their whole village. What kind of business proposition are you suggesting? I don't know what is happening on the surface right now, but I'm determined to find out. You have no intention of seeing out the rest of your days in this village, I suspect. We must find a route back to the surface to the city, if there's anything left of it. You look like you've spent your entire life surviving in the wilderness. I can't think of a better recommendation given the circumstances. Well, yeah, most probably. You're strong, I'll be no trouble to you. But I, alas, am not as fit as I once was. I can't go crawling around through caves playing at scouts. My proposition is simple. Lead me back to the city and I shall pay you 1,000 gold coins. I suggest we help this man. It is good to have friends among Canabra's elite. Money first? I would gladly pay you in advance, but all my wealth is upon the surface. Fear not, the word of Gwurm is worth more than platinum. Ask anyone, Horgus Gwurm has never reneged on a deal. Okay, let's try 2,000 gold, let's try a little bit of haggling. Maybe we'll succeed. Ooh, we succeeded, that's great. Horgus' gaze is piercing. Are you taking advantage of my dire circumstances? Very well, make it 2,000. Okay, deal then. Splendid. In the meantime, I shall sit here in the village. Okay, we have to go. Go on. Don't forget our agreement. When you find the way out, be sure to tell me. Okay, great. A little bit of haggling there. Devoured by darkness. Okay. And Gwurm family secret. Power twists and warps all who possesses it. Once a person becomes accustomed to a special position in society, they develop condescending attitudes to others. This attitude remains even when society itself crumbles around them. Horgus Gwurm, a man blessed by noble birth and no small amount of superiority, has found himself in unusual circumstances. He persists in clinging to his riches and power, even as their value dwindles with every passing minute. Okay. Alright. That's that. Interesting character. I hope he holds to the agreement that we made. He sounds like those characters that usually don't pay you when you do things for them. Otherwise, let's explore a little bit more here. See what we can loot in this village, if we can find some better items or something like that. If we can find something useful. Okay, some other loot, and those are all kind of things that you don't usually use. I think those are for crafting and some junk items. Yeah, cooking and junk, I guess. Yeah. Alright. That's fine as well. Maybe if we find a person who we can sell it to. Ooh, vendor. Vendors allow you to buy weapons, armor, spell scrolls, potions and other things. Dura can buy... Oh, is she going to be fighting with us? You can buy trophies you've brought from the caves and sell something you might need in the adventure that awaits you. For example, potions of cure light wounds. Okay. Let's talk with Anivia though. Here she is talking with Horgus Gwurm, I think. Okay, Horgus Gwurm. This tragedy may not have happened if you spent less time surveilling honest citizens and more time tracking the real spies and demon worshippers. Brilliant idea, how come I didn't think of it? Now if only the cultists would tell us they were cultists, then we wouldn't have to waste time investigating honest citizens who decide to go all cloak and dagger writer under our noses. Horgus and Tanivia sit some distance apart, snipping at one another in an idle fashion that testifies to their long acquaintance and mutual dislike. When they notice you, they quickly fall silent. What's the bad blood between you two? It's an old matter. Miss Tirabate here had the notion of spying on me when, then of rummaging through my goods. I ask you, do I look like a cultist? Cultists don't tend to look like cultists, you know. That's kind of the whole problem. And you, Mr. Gurm, built a whole secret operation of buying and smuggling into the city. What was it? Oh yeah, magical weapons. How was I supposed to know that all the rigmarole with the middleman was so you could anonymously donate supplies to the Crusade? Don't you see, I have a reputation to uphold, one that I value most highly. Horgus Quirm is a hard-nosed businessman, not a good fairy from a tale. Yes, I care about my city, yes, I wish to see that its defenders, my defenders, were well fed, healthy and well armed, but to make those donations openly was unthinkable. I might as well hang a sign outside my door welcoming in every sponger, leech and parasite in the city. I appreciate your help for the Crusade, no jokes, you're an alright bloke, but carrying on secret dealings in a city that's teeming with cultists is a huge pain in the backside for us lot, whose job is to keep an eye on that sort of thing. Anivia, how is your leg? Anivia crunches up her nose. Well, it hasn't fallen off yet, so that's good. They bandaged me up all nice and smeared some stinking stuff over the wound, so it looks like I'm gonna live. They said, wait a day and I'll be right as rain. So I'm waiting. What do you think is happening in the city now? Perhaps the city is no more. If this Discari himself appeared, there is no telling how bad things are. Can you hold off on writing our obituaries just yet? The city is full of fighters, and beside that, it's barely a stone throw from Nerosian. I think our people will hold on long enough for reinforcements to come from the Queen. This ain't Discari's home turf. He's gonna have to retreat or else fight off the whole Mendavian army. What do you think of the mongrels? I thought they were just a story, the sort of thing drunks in the tavern would come out with. Now I discovered that it's true. Well, what can I possibly think of that? The poor creatures are most unfortunate with their faces and their minds so deformed. It's a miracle they're even alive. The part that boggles my mind is that they're descendants of the first Crusaders. All that these years they've been living beneath our feet in the caves and the dirt. If I'd known the legends about them were true, I would have dedicated my life to getting them out of this place. To what end? The people of Kenabres would have stoned them on sight. The prelate Hurun would have had them tossed on the pyre and massacred. Whatever the use of this place, it is their home. How long do you think they would have survived on the surface? Okay, let's read about this Hurun because we saw him on the town square, so we might meet him soon. Kenavre's famed prelate Horun Shapok first gained the trust and admiration of the city's people by organizing inquisitions against suspected demon worshippers and witches. Horun and his force of elite witch hunters exposed dozens of cultists and spies, and it is said executed many more under suspicion, but with no real proof. These events started the Third Crusade, widely accepted as the least effective and the most self-destructive of the four Crusades. Still, Horun evoked respect and admiration in the populace as well as fear, and agreed to guide the city as its prelate. Okay, so we need to know that he's kind of a guy who doesn't like outsiders, maybe. What are you going to do when you get back to the surface? I'm going to go home. Last I knew, I owned a very fine mansion. I shall see if it's still standing or if I am now homeless. I'm going to find Urabeth. She's my wife and the leader of the Eagle Watch. As long as she lives, she won't allow Kenabres to fall. Okay, interesting. Go on then. Okay, we read this. Alright. Okay, so they have a story behind them. That's interesting to know. Some more loot here. Rest. As time passes, your character becomes tired and acts less effectively. You can see this by the fatigue and exhaustion condition on their portraits. This is why they need a regular rest. Okay, so this is why they need it. Okay. While resting, all characters restore a portion of their lost hit points. Spellcasters also replenish their spells. Rest also helps you get rid of some negative conditions. Resting takes at least 8 hours. Alright. And talking of spells, I forgot to check actually what kind of spells does Camellia has. Ooh, and we have some armor here. Was she encumbered before? Ah no, she's fatigued, that's why. Let's see the spells that she can cast. Maybe we can give her sleep, although I'm not sure if I... Should it be sleep? Should it be another cure light wounds? Yeah, let's give her sleep for now. Or maybe summon. Nah, that's fine. She has quite a lot of spells, and this sleep spell, I think, yeah, it casts, ooh, you on a 10-foot burst, and creatures that sleep are helpless, so that's going to be helpful against many enemies. Alright. Okay, let's see. Sphere and Tango. Yeah, she has some very good spells, I guess. Burning Hands. This might be very useful actually. But she can have only 4 spells as I can see here, and one of them has to be enlarged person. Yeah. Okay, well, never mind. That's fine. Let's leave it like that for now. And let's go around. Can the other people, I wonder, do they have any spells to cast? No, not yet. Okay. That's fine. Let's look around and then start our rest. Is there a little bit more loot here? Oh, there is a tunnel. Okay, nothing inside. Alright, Alright, let's go to sell our things, sell all our junk. Maybe see what. Let's see if we can have, if we have any weapons that are better for Othener or for the other people. No, I guess not. Yeah. I like to sort things by price, to be honest. Cold iron hand axe. Yeah, but it's not. It's much worse damage wise than this. Okay. I don't know, does she need this short bow? We haven't used it for now. Maybe we can. Okay, we can sell the short bow and keep the long bow maybe. In case we need to use it. Otherwise, I don't think that we can upgrade any of our characters. Yeah, that's definitely not better. Is the short bow? Nah, it's not better. Okay. Let's not waste more time here and sell our stuff. You there! A tall woman with a face deformed by enormous swelling smiles broadly at you, showing off her double row of small sharp teeth. You from the surface, you must be tough to make it all the way here. Never thought I'd see the day. Call me Dira, let's trade. Who are you? The people around here call me all sorts. Dira the hoarder, Dira the coin, Dira the city girl, like that's a bad thing, haha. I throw the case, picking up all kind of things from the surface that wash down here through your sewers. I trade all kinds of junk for food and clothes, but I only part with my best finds for coins. Got no coins? Forget what money is? Well then, I have no use for you. If you want city goods, you need to pay for them with gold, like city folks. Why are you so eager to trade with me? Because all the people here are no better than animals now. Dira yells with surprising anger before being overcome with coughing, wiping her mouth as she continues. Our forefathers lived in the city, like you. Our people love to reminisce about armies, knights, crusades, but I couldn't care less about that. Savages with clubs can fight a war, only civilized folk can buy and sell. Alright. They've all forgotten what trading is. They've forgotten the value of gold. They barter hides for plant roots and go about the feats of the Crusaders. Who cares about them? I don't need help remembering. I have coins, I have things to sell. Now let's trade like proper city folks. Okay, let's trade, if you say so. Let's see, what does she have? Does she have? Not much actually. Cold iron masterwork great axe. Yeah, she doesn't have much. Bracers of armor. We really don't need those bracers of armor. Maybe we can put them on Lam because he doesn't use armor, because he's a monk. Cold iron ammunition. Heavy crossbow. Potions. Okay, let's first sell all our junk like that, and then proceed on with selling this and this. Yeah, and those things. Masterwork dagger, nah, I don't need it. Great sword, no. Light crossbow and cold iron hand axe, maybe not for now. Okay. and we have 1200. We can afford maybe some stuff. Not really sure. What should I buy? Should I buy bracers of armor? Nah, I don't think so. I would say maybe I should buy some potions or this quiver of cold iron ammunition. Yeah, let's buy some potions. Or we have even potions. Maybe we don't need. Yeah, let's not buy anything then. Let's leave it like that. Guess that's fine. And go to have a rest in our tent. Nine hours have passed. The messenger returned. The tribes are gathering at the entrance of the maze. Our people have already gone there. I've warned Anivia and that old guy who won't even acknowledge me. Take your time. There's no rush. The most important people always show up late. Lan looks around. Everything's going to plan, but one thing is bothering me. Wenduak is gone. Oh, okay. I guess we saw that coming. You told the truth of the mongrel tribe and revealed the light of heaven despite Wenduak attempts to persuade you otherwise. All the tribes? So a whole army is marching on the maze then? By mongrel standards, yes. But don't be too disappointed when you see the reality. There aren't many of us who can hold a weapon, and fewer still who can do any damage with one. What do you think happened to Wenduak? One shakes his hand. I don't know. She was always stubborn. Maybe decided she could do it all on her own. I hope she comes back. We'll struggle without her, and she'll struggle without us, no matter how hard she would try to deny it. What about Anivia and Horgus? Are we just going to leave them here? Once we have cleared the maze, the way ahead will be safe. Anivia is in no state to fight, and that Horgus guy doesn't look like he'll shift an inch unless we'll roll out a red carpet all the way to the exit. Alright. Still, are you sure the maze is the only way to the surface? Lamb nods. There was another passage, the one I used with my dad when we left and then came back. The chief back then, he found it and filled it in to stop anybody else going against the ancestors' wishes. And what the ancestors wanted was for everyone to go through the maze. I'm not sure of anything right now, but we don't have a choice. We can only go forward. There were other passages, but they are far from here. And with all these earthquakes, who knows what condition they were in now. So our best bet is the maze. If it doesn't lead anywhere, then we can consider our next move. Okay, we're not going to say that. Let's go, there is no time to lose. Let's go, but before we do, thank you. I was so happy. I forgot to thank you before, but you've done something no one else has in a long time. You've given the mongrels hope. It's like we are starting to believe that we are worth something. Now that we have the power of the angels on our side. Lan's face grows sullen. It won't change anything, of course, but at least you'll help us save the young ones, hopefully. Let's go through the main gate. The straight road is the shortest. Alright. Well, Wenduak is gone, so we'll have to go without her. Oh, they're still here. I'm a man of fact. The facts are simple. You had a duty to protect Kenabres, and you failed to do so. While the demons were plotting their attack, you were snooping on upstanding citizens. When we do our job, you don't see a thing because, shocker, nothing bad happens. Remember the time the demons worshippers poisoned all the wells? Or when they blew up the town hall? How about when they murdered all the priests of the temple of Iomede in their beds? Not ringing any bells, huh? That's right, because we stopped all those things from happening. Horgus and Tanivia continued the argument, which seems to have dragged on for hours already. How did you sleep? Horgus issues dissatisfied grunt. I've always dreamed spending a night on a slimy sack covered by a filthy rag. I, on the other hand, slept like a log. Anything's better than sleeping on a pile of rocks. And with a covering to keep me warm in the night, no complaints here. Only my leg is getting on my last nerve. The pain just goes on and on. Okay, I hope that Anivia was going to maybe join us, because they said that it will be better in 1 day or so. So I was thinking that maybe it will happen. So shall we go to this chief zoo? Is he here? No, actually it looks abandoned. Okay, maybe we have to go through this way here. Yeah, we have to go through here. That's fine.
Can't make the demons wait.
Yeah, I know that about formations.
Beautiful.
Is this the maze already? Oi. Some monitor lizard. Let's be careful, because they're kind of painful to deal with.
Greatest challenge.
Come on, Lan.
Save the last one for me.
He missed totally there. He's level 3 and has quite a lot of health actually, so that's not very cool. Okay, can we maybe use the Divine Zap with Camellia? Okay. And Sila is has already rested, so she can use her charging ability from now on. So we will not have to worry about that.
Damn you!
Alright. We killed this monitor lizard. I guess the tribe has forgotten to get it.
Let's see what we can do.
To kill it when it was going to the maze, or where is the tribe? Ah, here is the tribe, alright. Oh, there are quite a lot of people. The tribes are gathering. Soon we will attack. How long can we wait? The other tribes haven't turned up yet. We are going to wait for them, just another while longer. Knowing so, the preparations will take the best part of the day. Let's go take a look in the maze ourselves and see what's what. Okay, just a second. Let's see what is there. Is there anything? Ooh. Okay, there are some
Meditate on your mistakes. Might make you
enemies
feel better.
here.
Hit another obstacle.
Is it just a single fly? Let's try the Divine Zap once again on her. One hit. Okay, that's fine.
Are you still here?
Are there any other enemies? Not that I can see. Ah, okay. Oh, Pegasus. That wasn't cool. we need to move Lan a little bit closer in order for us to be able to hit the fly.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
And Dothonar as well.
Good guys always win.
And Sila is just too slow to be able to hit, to reach her, to reach the fly and hit her. So we'll have to just move her towards there and... Okay, Pegasus is dealing quite a lot of damage and I really like it. So let's hope that this continues. And nothing here, okay. Guess there was nothing interesting, but yeah. Let's go into the maze very quickly. Can we talk with Chief Soul? No, okay. Alright. Oh, spooky. Seems interesting, seems quite well designed. Let's see this.
I am helpful, am I not?
Bas Relief of Baphomet, Demon Lord, Lord of the Minotaurs, and Lord of the Labyrinth. Okay. Interesting.
Here we go.
Alright. I'm going to finish it here, guys. Next time we are going into the maze and we are going to explore it and see what kind of creatures we are going to fight in it most probably, or how are we going to save the little mongrels that have entered the maze. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like if you like the video, subscribe if you want to see more content like that, and otherwise bye bye from me.